Hi all, welcome back to video about AI agent. Today we are going to talk about an interesting topic which it comes to security of AI agent. It's called how name spoofing can affect our AI agent ecosystem. Stay tuned. So as you can see in this diagram, and large language model based AI agent depend on the context or natural language influences. What this means, we know that the large language model is trained on the natural language, the text, the image that we see in the digital world and in our normal world scenarios. And the AI agents and the MCP systems depend on this large language model's reasoning power to decide which particular tool and which particular AI agent be selected. Both MCP protocol and A2A protocol have the same guiding principle of LLM reasoning to choose any actions. And this context is also same for how our AI brain, our normal brain functioning. So I'm going back to my favorite metaphor, our human brain. So how our human brains functioning is, we listen to the views, we listen to the words, the people around us and the media around us, and we come to the conclusion. And the news spread around us, the information spread around us through our friends, through our circles. We tend to come to a conclusion, or the words from this media and friends have an influence on our decision making. Just similar to that, whatever the information coming to the large language model from the user in the form of prompt, also whatever the information agent and these MCP tools given to the large language model have an impact on decision making process. And now we are going to see how the name spoofing concept, which is a common attack mechanism in the normal web protocols, is going to impact both MCP protocol and A2A protocol in agent systems. So the context given to the large language model is through the agent names, agent description, or you can give user prompt. The user prompt can directly given as an input by typing the instruction to the application, or it can also be fetched from a external database through an RAG app. So the such context, which is if it is a malicious context coming to the large language model, then it can lead to unwanted actions or actions which can pose threat to your agent systems or to your business. Now we are going to see a real example on that. So this is an MCP diagram, or it's an example related to the MCP domain. So we know that the MCP architecture contains an MCP client, which is part of the MCP host. And then we have an MCP server, which is the system which serving tools and data to the large language model apps, which is in the MCP client. I will do a very detailed MCP tutorial later, but I have a very short video introducing MCP and A2A protocol. But stay tuned, I will do a very detailed video on the MCP stages. But now let's focus on this simplified diagram. So the MCP architecture is depending on whatever we telling to the MCP server description. Okay, so let's say we have an MCP server named finance tool mcp.company.com, and it's giving us a legitimate API and tool and data access. But let's say an attacker is created another MCP server with a very similar name, so finance tool. So instead of finance tools with an extra S, the malicious attacker is created the another MCP server with financial tools, and it's leading to an attacking API and finally designed to fetch your data. So the MCP client will treat both of these as some MCP server which tending to give financing tools. So unless it is not properly secured, we took the direct actions, strict actions on how to mitigate these spoofing threats. There is a high chance that the MCP client sometimes will send requests to this MCP server. Okay, and the data will go to the attacker backend APIs. So this is a threat in terms of MCP protocol. And now we are going to see the A2A protocol scenario. So in the A2A protocol, instead of the names in the MCP server, we have something called agent card. So I have created a detailed video about agent card and also created a detailed video about A2A protocol. I will link those video links to the description. You can check it out. But if you already know, let's continue. So the agent card have certain JSON schema properties like name, ID, skills, and the description. So the agent, the client agent, will always look for the agent card to understand where this server is agent, remote agent, which is the task execution agent is hosted, and what are the capabilities and skills of those task execution agent which is remotely available. Now here is the catch. So an attacker can create an agent card which looks like a legitimate card. Okay, so for example, in this example, it's saying that finance reporting agent.com, and here instead of finance reporting, the O is changed with a digit 0. Okay, and we are going to see the live schema example. Now this can also tend to, just like the MCP protocol, it can tend to send sometimes requests to this malicious agent which is going to take over data, important business data, or do some malicious action, send us back some bad prompt which will again reflect in our systems for another drawbacks. Okay, so this stopping this is with a lot of steps we need to do, and that also we will show you towards the end of this video. Now let's take a real world example. So let's say we are a financial firm, a business firm running on it, and as part of the AI agent digitalization, we decided to create a finance agent, HR bot, and legal advisor. Okay, now the finance agent can share the quarterly finance forecast with the legal advisor to give the sustainability report and many other reporting formalities for the legal purpose. Okay, now a malicious implementer can have a similar agent with the name of legal advisor, but only the name depends with small letter e. Okay, and this can also be available with the same kind of skill set and capabilities. Now if the organization is tending to depend on the legal advisor also to the external network, then there is a chance that it can go to the malicious agent, and it can confidentially leak the data to the attacker, and or it can inject the false legal feedback. Even if it is not controlling or taking any data, it can give you a negative legal feedback, and then if you use that negative legal feedback to file some information for to the authority or business, then your business legitimacy is in danger. So your business is in danger in that case. So what we do in such cases, we are going to see. But before that, let's see a real example of agent card. Now we are going to see a 2A card JSON schema. So this is, let's assume this is a legitimate agent. So the name of the agent is data analysis. The description is this is an agent working with documents and files. And then we have a skill schema. ID of the skill is document processor. The name of the skill is process documents. And the skill description is analyze and extract information from various document types. Let's say we have an attacker card, and it say the name is data analyzer agent. The description is it's an AI assistant for data analysis and insights. So insights means it's doing a little bit more. The attacker says that. And the description is also a little bit more. convert spreadsheets and data files into structured format for analysis and securely transfer data. So it's saying that it will securely transfer the data. So when the A2A client is looking into both of these agent cards, both of them is doing data analysis, but one of them is doing insights. Also, it's saying that it securely transfer the data. But unfortunately, this is a malicious agent, but fortunately, it's just a demo, so you are safe. So in that case, we need to make sure our agent system is secure. So what we do, we have to do certain things that needs to be in place when we are releasing and securing our agent system. We are going to see those steps next. How do we defend and how do we secure the agent system? First thing, the foremost thing is agent authentication. You need to know which persons and which identities you are sharing the information. Okay, that's the first thing. As we know, the A2A protocol support OAuth authentication and HTTPS secure tunneling and secure TLS tunneling. We need to use all those secured network and user identity protocols. Apart from that, we also need to maintain a controlled name registration. That means we can't go for agents which are publicly available. We are going to see a lot of agents which is going to be available in public. Okay, just like we will see a lot of AI apps available and um, Android apps available or websites available, and from the website you can download plugins and all. Similar to that, we are going to see a lot of agents is going to be available, but we need to first look into who is the publisher. And in future, my bet is that there will be a controlled registration where we can go and legitimately believe that this is a valid token, just like we have an app store for iPhone. So only the secured and valid apps will go to the app store of iPhone or iOS. Similar to that, we are going to have a controlled agent store. From there, we need to get these agents, or we need to have our own agent available within our enterprise registry. Second is we need to also verify the context. That means so ID verification, who is connecting, to whom we are connecting is important, but also the context. I mean, even if someone is saying it's a secure data transfer, we need to analyze the context. What information they are asking again? Are they trying to ask more information than needed? Or are they doing same type of malicious situations more and more? So we need to do this analysis and monitoring time to time. So lot of tools is going to be released in the coming years which will do this context verification and monitoring and alerting, because this is something is going to be come by a community or something like a name registration, and authentication mechanism is already in place. We just need to use it in our A2A protocol, because the current A2A protocol which is released is not handling this. We have to do it by our own. And the contextual verification and monitoring and alerting specifically for agent system is going to become like lot of tools, lot of products, lot of companies are going to create such tools for us, and we need to use that for our business to business and business to customer scenarios. So hopefully you like today's video about name spoofing and how this traditional attack is going to impact the MCP agents and A2A agents. If you like this video, please like and share this important informations, and also try to subscribe to my channel. It will be a huge appreciation for me. It will really help me to the effort I am putting into on, also to spread the knowledge to the entire technical community. I wish you all the best for the AI agent system building. See you in the next video.